Hey everybody, Chris Cellino here. This is another installment for just a quick tutorial on the Confluence API in LabVIEW. I wanted to share tables with you all, how you can programmatically create and edit tables, because I suspect all of us are going to be using tables a lot to generate reports and do all kinds of other things. So let's dive right in. Maybe you have a table that looks like this in Confluence. Maybe you're getting test results. I don't know. You've got some test name, voltage threshold, with an explanation, pass, fail, what the value was that it failed, and maybe what the units are. So how do I programmatically read this table inside of Confluence? Well, first things first, we use our standard functions inside of LabVIEW, which, remember, you can get to from the add-ons palette, Petron Way, Atlassian, Confluence, Confluence Connection, and then the Getting Started template. Then you call get page by ID, and the ID is right here. All right, and first things first, let's drop a property node and take a look at what the content is on this page. All right. Cool. So this is the content of that page, and trying to manipulate this stuff would be pretty painful. So I've put a whole bunch of helpers in place that already ships with the Confluence API, and I found them to be really useful. However, they can still, of course, be polished even more. And so what I want to do is parse a table out of a page. And here are a bunch of different functions that will parse a whole table from a page. Once you have the table, you can get the header. One of the limitations of the API as it stands today is this only returns a header row as opposed to a header column. Also, the table assumes no merged cells, and I really haven't experimented with what happens if you apply formatting to cells like background color and stuff like that. Anyways, this will return the rows in a table, and then this will parse the cells in a row. Well, rather than you having to call these in the right sequence, you can just drop down the table parser template. And so once you get the content from a page, you take the content and you drop it right here. And now let's do our error handling. And what this is going to do is parse the table and return it as a 2D array. Let's do a quick diagram cleanup. All right, so let's see what this returns. Great. So here are my table headers, and then here is my, my content. You'll notice that this is surrounded by paragraph XML. You want to leave those in place. There's a number of different functions inside of here, including things like tag removal, tag identification, and tag removal, etc., etc. Rather than everybody having to write this code each time, that's a part of the template, and you can also change where in the page you start scanning. You could even put this template in a while loop and grab all tables on a page. Then you have to do some string parsing and finding and replacing to update the 2D array and then push it back. So let's take a look at how to programmatically create a table and add it to a page. Okay. Okay, starting back at the Confluence main palette under page, again HTML, you can create a table. And this fixed width versus responsive, that was more for data center and server. It doesn't really have an effect yet inside of cloud. So you can pick whichever one you want. And this is where you can create a table using an array for your headers and then a 2D array for the body. Now, note, you have to have the same number of rows as you have headers, elsewise it's going to return an error. And this is where you can specify the column widths. And again, these two arrays have to match in size. Okay, so we've now created our table programmatically. Now I need to add it to a given page. So remember, to edit a page, you write to content, and this is going to be a full-on overwrite. I could append by getting the content and then concatenating the string, but I'm just going to, for simplicity's sake, overwrite. And then we have to publish the page. All right, let's do our diagram cleanup. And refresh. There we go. So you can now create tables and Confluence pages really, really easily. And you can put lots of different things inside of these cells. Thanks for watching, y'all. I really appreciate your time. I hope that the Confluence API in LabVIEW saves you a lot of time and trouble. You're more than welcome to download it for free, of course, and it's open source under MIT license. You can get it from vipm.io, and please let me know what you think. Again, it's still in beta, looking for lots of feedback, and feel free to check out all of my videos. Thanks a lot.